This is Vargas, once again recording from the Vargas Vault, coming at you with a DVD update. Just did my CDs and video games. This time around, I wanted to talk about some movies. So let's get started. I'll try not to make this a really long video. Picked up the widescreen edition of Happy Feet. I already have this, or I had this in the collection. But my daughter, after going to one of our trips to SeaWorld, wanted to see the Penguin movie. And I tried to pop in, it's actually right here. This is the version that I have. That I put aside for this reason. And this is the version that I had, also widescreen. When I bought it, the thing inside was kind of messed up. It had a couple of humidity, so I didn't... But the disc looked fine. But I put it on the PlayStation 3, I put it on the Blu-ray, I put it in the DVD player. It wouldn't play. It kept sending out an error. So I'm guessing the humidity of the thing was more deep and there's disc rot. I never had come across that before. So I rebought Happy Feet because my daughter wanted to see the Penguin movie. So, you know, gotta do what you gotta do. Next I picked up an Adam Sandler movie that I didn't know existed until I saw it. I bought this from Movie Freak Bazaar and I picked up Airheads. I thought I had most of Adam Sandler's earlier work, but nope. And I have Going Overboard. I don't think it's called Going Overboard. Is it? I don't know. I don't remember. The Overboard Man. That's a bad movie because Adam Sandler still was getting his groove. He hadn't been in. I don't think he'd been in Saturday Night Live yet. And that movie's bad. He's bad in it. That's like, you know, you think Adam Sandler's bad now. He was really bad in that one. But he has, you know, he stars in this movie with Brendan Fraser and Steve Buscemi. So I was like, holy crap! How come I've never seen this movie before? And now I own it. So now as far as I know, my Adam Sandler collection is almost complete. I just need. Well, I would like to get Hotel Transylvania 2 and 3. He does the voice of Dracula, and I think it's really cool in that. But I don't want to get the stupid one that he did with the shoes. And he did a couple of Netflix ones, but I don't know if those are going to come out on DVD. So unless I'm forgetting something, I think my Adam Sandler collection is complete. Picked up for my daughter, Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown. Personally, I love the Peanuts movies. I had the Great Pumpkin. I have that, and it's freaking amazing. I have the Christmas one. I think I'm missing the Thanksgiving one, but these were really, really fun cartoons back in the day. They're kind of slow paced. The animation might not be the best animation ever, but that's part of its charm. I really, really like the Peanuts characters. I really like the Peanuts cartoons, and I'm hoping my daughter will too. This one I picked up because I've been freaking looking for it for years and years. This is Broly, Dragon Ball Z Broly, this legendary Super Saiyan. Now, here in Mexico, we got this. It actually got a theatrical release, and sometimes they pass it on TV, but this version is the edited version. So the one I know that the one we got in Mexico is the uncut version. Doesn't have any violence censored or anything like that. So I need to sit down and actually watch this before I see see if there's any difference. But yeah, if not, I'm gonna have to buy the unedited version. But that's a really kick-ass Dragon Ball Z cartoon, and they're going to do sort of like a reboot of that because that Broly is not part of Dragon Ball Z canon. But now they're going to introduce him in the new Dragon Ball Z movie, which is set in the Super timeline. So that's going to be cool. Picked up, finally, a copy of Shrek, the final chapter, the end of the Shrek movies, and I hope they don't make another one. I was kind of done with Shrek after the second one. The second one is great. Great movie. Third one, not good. And I saw the fourth one, not good either. But I needed it to complete my Shrek collection. I have Puss in Boots too, but yeah. Picked up Once Upon a Time in China 3. I like the Jet Li movies, and this Once Upon a Time in China series is really cool. I think I own the first one. I'm really hoping I own the first one. And now by owning the third one, I'm only missing the second one because there's obviously 3 of these. Picked up UFC 116, Brock Lesnar versus Shane Garvin. Like this UFC, because now UFC nowadays is, I don't know, it started off kind of weird because you had like a boxer fight a sumo wrestler, and then it got good with the mixed martial arts, and nowadays it's not as good. I think they kind of toned down what they can, you can no longer see bloodbaths as much as you used to. And but I don't know. I like owning these old UFCs. I also got UFC 124, Saint Pierre versus Koshek, and it's a 2-disc set. I bought these mostly because it's the 2-disc set, and those are always cool. Love this cartoon. I'm trying to get my daughter to watch it because I think it's really, really cool. Very inventive. Just a lot of fun, and the writers behind this, keep track of everything. Whoever keeps track of the continuity in the episodes does a really good job, and that's Phineas and Ferb. I have Phineas and Ferb, the movie, the Across the Second Dimension. This is the Christmas special, which has a bunch of Christmas episodes. And there's another one, the Star Wars one they did, Marvel Superheroes one that they did that I want to get. But I love Phineas and Ferb. Picked up Ip Man 3, starring Donnie Yen and Mike Tyson. I need to get Ip Man 2, so I'm missing that. This one I picked up because James Rolfe, the Angry Video Game Nerd, quotes this movie any chance he gets. Bought this from Movie Freak Bazaar, and this is an American movie. It's a documentary about these 2 guys. Well, this main guy that's trying to make a independent, low-budget movie called The Coven. And, all the things that he comes across, because, no one can really have a big-budget Hollywood production. If you want to make movies, you have to do it. If you want to make a movie and don't have the budget, you have to make it yourself and figure out ways. James Rolfe, again, quotes this movie endlessly, like the best movie about making a movie, so decided to give it a chance. Picked up Volume 3 of Batman Brave and the Bold. I like this one. I like this cartoon quite a bit. So I picked that one up. This one I picked up dirt cheap. That's why I bought it. I'm always hunting for anime, but I like the presentation of this one. It's 0091, but I like the little case that it comes in. And it comes with the complete set collection of this anime. So it's 0091, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. So just by the cover, you kind of can guess what kind of anime this is. It's not hentai. I don't like hentai. That's a little bit too weird and disturbing. I like I go as far as fan service anime. That's not too messed up, but that's what that is. It's fan service. Picked this up from Movie Fruit Bazaar. This is the Criterion Collection of Brazil. Now, I've been trying to track down Brazil for a while now, and this one has a disc full of special features, but it also has the international release of Brazil, and it has the inferior to a lot of people American version that was released in America. And it's a shorter movie, and it gives a happy ending, whereas the original or the international edition that came out everywhere else has a much bleaker ending. So this is very interesting because when this movie came out, and I like Terry Gilliam's directing. I think he's a really, really good, innovative director, and like Time Bandits is great. But they didn't like what he was doing, so they released that edited version. But all the reviews for the international version is really cool, and then the Americans got that chopped up edition. Is like, what is the whole world talking about? This movie's crap. Kind of like what happened with Life Force. The American cut of Life Force is a jumbled mess, but the international cut of Life Force is much better. So yeah, Picked up another UFC. This is UFC 113, Machida versus Shogun 2. Actually, vaguely remember seeing this one, but I remember it was a good event. Finally tracked down a copy of Steve Irwin and the Crocodile Hunter. If you don't remember Steve Irwin, he was a kind of like a reality host guy. He was in Australia, and he would deal with crocodiles in his show, and unfortunately passed away. I think stingray pierced his heart and he died, which is a real shame because he was really charismatic, really entertaining. And I've been trying to track down his copy for a while, and I finally have a copy of Steve Irwin's The Crocodile Hunter. This one, I don't know why I've avoided getting it. I love John Candy. I'm not a big Steve Martin fan. He just rubs me the wrong way. But I love John Candy. And this is a classic of his by John Hughes. And that's Plane Trains and Automobiles. I don't know why it took me this long to get it. It's a good movie. Steve Martin, again, something about Steve Martin just bugs me. But John Candy is great. I'm actually trying to get some more of his movies, because he was a really good comedian. Picked up John Cusack in High Fidelity. And it's about him who owns a record store, vinyl record store. This is really good if you're into that, but I see a lot of similarity between this and now physical media with DVD, so pick that up. Always looking for wrestling DVDs, and I picked up Judgment Day for, what year is this? 2006? The card's not that good, but it's Ruthless Aggression era WWE before it got into the PG safe era. This one I've also been looking for a while. Picked up a copy finally of Bronson. Tom Hardy, who played Bane, plays this notorious British criminal that he spent the majority of his life in prison. So I've been wanting to check that one out. Also, want to get, if you're a Pokemon collector and you like the movies, you gotta catch them all. Picked up another Pokemon. There's like 21 of these, and it's Genesect and the Legend Awakened. But I picked this one up because it stars Mewtwo, my second all-time favorite Pokemon. I don't even know how many Pokemon movies I have left to get. Picked up Shane from Movie Freak Bazaar. I picked this one up mostly because they reference it in Logan, the last Wolverine movie. Hugh Jackman, X-23, and Patrick Stewart are watching this movie, and they take quotes from it. And I don't ever remember seeing Shane, so when Movie Freak bought it, I bought it from him. I still need to check it out. This one, Leon the Professional, also bought from Movie Freak. I already have, what's it called? The Professional. But this is the, once again, the international European version. Apparently the producers or executives at the studios think that Americans won't be able to handle certain stuff, and for modern people seem to have more issues with stuff. They like lose their shit if they see something that they find offensive. But this one has the international cut of Leon. It's called Leon the Professional, not just the Professional. And I've never seen that. I've only seen the Professional with Natalie Portman, Gary Oldman, and John Reno. So I've never seen the international version, and I want to see that. Picked up a John Candy movie, Summer Rental. I want to get some more John Candy in my collection. Finally got to picking up Next Friday. I have Friday after next, but I didn't have Next Friday until now. Picked up anime. I love anime, and this is Garasaki. I've never seen it, but it's the complete series. And I just love anime, especially if it has anything to do with mechs, the giant robots. Picked up Kickboxer 2. I need to get Kickboxer 1. I don't own Kickboxer 1, but now I have Kickboxer 2. Finally, picked up the 11th season of The Simpsons. I need the 11th season. This, I would say this was still a good season. The decline hadn't happened yet. I still need to get season 8 and 7. Wait, do I need season 7? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's season 7 and 8. To have from season 1 up to season 11 now. Picked this one up because I for a long time I had a crush on Phoebe Cates because of Gremlins. So I picked up Drop Dead Fred. But after seeing this is kind of messed up. It kind of makes fun of people with mental issues. So yeah, it's a really, really weird movie. Movie Freak Bizarre had this cheap, so that's why I picked it up. And it's Girl Busters. I don't want to call it Ghostbusters, it's Girl Busters. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Because, when I heard the idea, I was like, well, I don't like that it's a reboot. I'll give it a shot. And then all this crap started happening, and the people involved was like, if you don't like our movies, you hate women, and that was stupid, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I went to see it, and it's not. It doesn't even come close to the original one. It doesn't even come close to Ghostbusters 2, which a lot of people don't like. But it's not complete garbage. I mean, this chick was a lot of fun. She was the funniest person in the movie, and Thor's in it, and he's funny too. So it had some good stuff in it. I already own this one, but I'm notorious for double dipping. If you know me, that's how I go. But I picked up the 2-disc set of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I have this one. It's the single disc. This one has special features, and I freaking love special features. I can't help it. Finally got around to buying this, the RoboCop remake. Vastly inferior to the original one. It has some good moments, like when RoboCop's in like, I want to see what's left of me, and they start opening him up, and it's only like the brain, the face, the spinal cord, the guts, and the hand. And I'm like, that's fucked up. So that scene was pretty cool, and it has Michael Keaton, and I love Michael Keaton. So yeah, I bought it because of that. Bought this for my wife, but it turns out my sister-in-law is a bigger fan of this. But I picked up Alan McBeal Season 3, Alan McBeal Season 4, and Alan McBeal Season 5. I remember seeing a couple of episodes of Alan McBeal. I was never really big into that. But my wife and my sister-in-law are, so now I have to track down Season 1 and 2, because I've never seen, ever, even new at stores, I've never seen Ally McBeal DVD, so I don't know what's up with that. Picked up the 2-disc special edition of Alexander. I need to check this because I think I might already have, if not this one, this one. This is the 2-disc widescreen edition of Alexander Director's Cut. I know I have the Alexander Revisited, but it's weird that so many of the different versions of this exist, because it's not a really good movie. I mean, it has Rosario Dawson, it has Angelina Jolie. It's a big epic movie, but it's not necessarily that good. Picked up the 2-disc set of Pawn's Labyrinth. I already have this one, but it's not the 2-disc set, and the one I have has no special features. And I want to see how they made the special feature of that. This one I bought for 10 pesos, and I was like, why not? The complete Big Bang Theory Season 3. I already own it, but the one I have has Spanish letters, and this one has English letters, and I have this weird thing about that. For my wife, I picked up Modern Family, the complete 7th season, because she loves Modern Family, and now she has from Season 1 to Season 7. Picked up a Ghost in the Shell, another anime Ghost in the Shell second gig, Volume 3. Need to get Volume 1 and Volume 2. I love the Turtles, and I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 2003 version of the Turtles, which wasn't that bad. I always have a soft spot for the 80s Ninja Turtles, except the last 2 seasons. The last 2 seasons were kind of crap, where they started mutating and turning into these Hulk versions of the Turtles. Those 2 seasons kind of suck. And this one started kind of loosely, but then it got really good, and it found its groove, and I really like the Ninja Turtles, this version as well. Even the Nickelodeon version had some really good moments. And double dip, and I bought the widescreen edition of The Devil Wears Prada, because I already have the full screen, but like I mentioned in another video, now that I have a couple of these HD televisions, the full screens look weird. The screen's like this big. Widescreen looks a little better, so I need to get a number of my movies that are in full screen, upgrade them to widescreen. I'm weird that way. Yeah, being obsessive compulsive is not good if you're also into collecting, because you obsess about that stuff and it's kind of tiring sometimes. Not that I don't enjoy it. I love it. I love collecting movies, but it causes friction with my significant other. But yeah, that was the movie pickup video. Got some really good stuff. I feel like to recommend the standouts of the things that I bought, and I'm gonna go with the ones I've seen. I'm gonna go with Leon the Professional, but you have to get Leon the Professional, not The Professional. You have to get the international cut, and it's a weird movie. A lot of people might not dig it as well. Some might not. If you like weird movies, I would definitely recommend Brazil, but get the proper version, not the. You can distinguish it because one is called Love Conquers All version, and the other one's the actual movie. Get the actual movie; that one's better. But if you want happy, sappy endings, get the Love Conquers All version. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and until I see you all again, this is Vargas from the Vargas Vault, thanking you all and signing out.